Hey guys, Jean-Claude and I'm back. We got another patron opening. Today is for Noah Smith. Good luck to you. Last AOA deck we opened was actually pretty good. So hopefully we'll find something good in this deck as well. Alright, we have a Blue Archon. Haven't seen that in a while. Dis, Brobnar, and Untamed. Name of the deck is FM Fear Canic of the Vacant Conservatory. That's a very long name. FM, I wonder what that stands for. Let me know in the comments down below what you think FM stands for there. Unique Archon, symmetrical, I do like that. Let's see what we have inside of this thing. To those of you viewers who come back every single day and watch my videos, I just want to say thank you very much. You're absolutely incredible. It's crazy how many of you guys are out there just watching every day. Trust me, I notice. I love seeing you guys down in the comments as well. Alright, throw down the Archon card there. We're starting off with Telega 3 power. Each time your opponent plays a creature, gain an amber. Great card. Mighty Tiger. I have not seen this one for a while. 4 power play. Deal 4 damage to an enemy creature. That's great. Niffle Grounds. It's an artifact. Amber whenever you play it. Action. Choose a creature. For the remainder of the turn, that creature loses Taunt and Elusive. Nature's Call. Amber whenever you play it. Return up to 3 creatures to the owner's hand. Oh, that's already pretty good with that Mighty Tiger. Fog Bank. Amber whenever you play it. Your opponent cannot use creatures to fight on their next turn. Phylaxia, 4 power. Play. Gain 2 amber if you control more creatures than your opponent. Amber Spine Mongrel, 3 power, hazardous 3. After your opponent uses a creature to reap, gain an amber. We've got some great untamed creatures in here. Song of Spring, amber whenever you play it. Shuffle any number of friendly untamed creatures from your hand, discard pile or battle line back into your deck, like getting back things like Phylaxia. Save the pack, destroy each damaged creature, gain 1 chain. Persistence Hunting, amber whenever you play it. You choose a house, exhaust each enemy creature of the chosen house. Key Charge. Lose an amber. If you do, you may forge a key at current cost. Love seeing key cheats. Grove Keeper, 3 power. At the end of your turn, give each neighboring creature a +1 power counter. Now, oh gosh. Oh, did they really bring Pitlord back in the set? Okay. Funny enough, I played against someone last night, and he told me that he opens up Pit Lords all the time. I was blown away by that because I was like, I've only seen one that I've opened up, and I never really seen anywhere else. He was a newer player. He says he's only been playing for about a month. So I guess whatever shop he's buying it from must have just a Pit Lord box, and of course now we open one. For those of you unfamiliar with this card, you get 2 amber whenever you play it. That looks pretty good. Heck, it even has 9 power. That looks pretty good. Combine that with Taunt. What an amazing card. Oh, wait. There's some more text down here. While Pit Lord is in play, you must choose Dis as your active house. I'm really going to hope that we have a card in here that can just take care of the Pit Lord, in-house Dis, get the Amber, maybe call it for a couple turns, but if your opponent takes care of everything else, at least you're going to have a way to destroy it. Spider is 2 power Skirmish. Spider gains poison while attacking an enemy flank creature. Poltergeist, amber whenever you play it. Use an artifact controlled by any player as if it were yours. Destroy that artifact. Best artifact control in the game, and you have it in this deck. Library of the Damned, it's an artifact. Action, archive a card. Strike is 2 power elusive. While it's not on a flank, your opponent refills their hand to 1 less card during their draw card step. Exhume, amber whenever you play it. Choose a creature in your discard pile. You may play that creature as if it belonged to the active house and was in your hand. I have a feeling we're not going to be returning Pit Lord with this card. I don't see that happening. Dust Imp, 2 power, destroyed, gain 2 amber. Fantastic card. And you have 2 of them. Oh, will we get a third? No, but it's Cold the Weak. Amber whenever you play it, destroy the least powerful enemy creature. Binding Irons, your opponent gains 3 chains. Banish, amber whenever you play it, put an enemy creature into your opponent's archives. We have all these cards that deal with our opponent's creatures, nothing to deal with the Pit Lord. Amber Imp, 2 power elusive. After a creature reaps, stun it. And that was the end of Dis. So that Pit Lord is going to be a huge liability. But check this card out. We're on to Brobnar. It's Iron Obelisk. Your opponent's keys cost +1 amber for each friendly damaged Brobnar creature. If we get a decent amount of Brobnar creatures in here, this card is actually really good. Love seeing that. And there's a Grunt Buggy. Hold up. It's an artifact. Amber whenever you play it. Your opponent's keys cost +1 amber for each friendly creature with power 5 or higher. Your keys cost +1 amber for each enemy creature with power 5 or higher. So it's one of those symmetrical cards, but if your deck happens to have bigger creatures than your opponent's, you're the one that makes them pay more amber for their keys. So that combined with this Iron Obelisk, we We can make them forge some very expensive keys. Very interesting. Let's see some big 5 power creatures. And of course, it's 4 power. Flame Wake Shaman, 4 power. Play, deal 2 damage to a creature, so at least it has a play effect. Tremor, stun a creature and each of its neighbors. Pound, Amber at every play. Deal 2 damage to a creature with a 1 damage splash. Into the Fray. Play, for the remainder of the turn, a friendly Brobnar creature gains fight. Ready this creature. Hold up. Where's the Brobnar creatures? Let's see one right now. Ooh, it's a Gauntlet of Command. Oh boy. Artifact, action, ready and fight with a friendly creature. There we go. Gain your chieftain. 5 power play. You may ready and fight with a neighboring creature. That's good. First Blood, Amber at every play. Alpha. So that's the first thing you have to do on your turn. Play, deal 2 damage for each friendly Brobnar creature. You may divide this damage among any number of creatures. Drummer Knot, 6 power. Play, fight, reap, return. Another friendly giant creature to your hand. I said another because this card was errated even before it came out. But check it out. You got the Gain Your Chieftain Drummer Knot combo. Very nice. That can easily speed out a bunch of Amber as well as controlling your opponent's board if they have some smaller creatures. So you gotta love seeing that. Oh, and there's a second Drummer Knot. So if you hit your Gain Your Chieftain, you're much more likely to get the Drummer Knot at the same time or almost immediately afterwards. That's great. And the last card of the deck is Bramo for power 1 armor. Play, deal 2 damage to each enemy flame creature. Well, there seem to be quite a lot of different ways to do some chip damage to our opponent's creatures. A lot of ways to do 2 for sure. Let's go ahead and get the Amber up. First thing we'll do, and obviously then we'll follow it up with Amber Control. And now I think about Amber Control, I think it's really just going to come down to these 2 artifacts. That's interesting. So you got a couple there. Oh, those Dust Imps are definitely going to get you some Amber, especially if you exhume them again. Pit Lord, oh geez. We're probably not going to count that in our Amber total. I'm going to be straight up right now. I'm not going to do it. Too bad we didn't have something like a Witch of the Wilds to put next to the Pit Lord, so you had it already out, then play a Pit Lord. Then we could at least Nature's Call the Pit Lord. That would have been pretty good. We'll probably hope the Amber Spine Mongrel as well. Okay, so let's check it out. I'm going to count this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, not falling for your trap, 10, 11, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Wow, 20 is a great number. We didn't count Pit Lord for obvious reasons, but 20 is a very solid number. I guess if you draw the Pit Lord late enough, you could return it. Get the Amber, and then at least have a Reaper out there protecting a couple other disc creatures. That could do something late game, but I definitely would not play it mid or early game. All right, so Amber Control now. Mongrel can kind of help with that. Hunting slows them down, but it's not really Amber Control. We didn't really have any in Dis. Interesting. Oops, I thought I still had the Obelisk next to the Grunt Buggy there. Okay, I mean, Imp kind of, once again. Whoa, wait a minute. I mean, we have these 2. Kind of count these together as a third? Okay, let's see. How many Brobnar creatures and how many 5 or greater did we have? Let's go check that out. Don't think we had any in Untamed. We didn't have anything like Nox that could get bigger and make their keys cost more. Okay, got those. I actually should pull every Brobnar creature because Iron Obelisk. Just realized that. Let's see, make sure I didn't skip any. Yeah, so Bramo needs to go up there. Same with the Flame Wake. Yeah, we had no other big creatures. Man, Mighty Tiger. You should have been 5 power. You really should have. You're a great card. Don't think I'm dissing you. But for this deck, you should have been 5 power. Alright, so we have, let's see, 5 Brobnar creatures. So that's not too bad. It helps out with that Iron Obelisk. And we only had 1 other creature outside of Brobnar that was going to help out with the Grunt Buggy. Man, that's kind of a gamble as well. You're really going to have to study your opponent's Archon card to see just how many 5 or higher power creatures they have before you ever drop down that Grunt Buggy. Oh, you know what? Actually, interestingly enough, this Grove Keeper could get some of our 4 power creatures up to a 5, so that's not too bad. Especially considering it is an Untamed, right? So we can play these both at the same time, get the additional power counter on the Mighty Tiger and also on maybe the Flaxia. So we do have a way to find some more power counters and maybe beef up our deck a little bit, but it is kind of unreliable. You got to have those around the same time. Your opponent's probably going to pick up on the Grove Keeper thing. So maybe you can count it as maybe one more, but it's still pretty iffy. Alright, so the overall strategy for this deck, obviously if you can get the early Ganger Chieftain, Drummer Knot combo, we all know how insane that is. Knock out a few of your opponent's small creatures, start reaping for a bunch of amber, that's awesome. Let's actually pull up some of the damage, because I said there was quite a few things that did damage as they entered play, or just actions that did some damage as well. So if our opponent has smaller creatures, that's pretty good. We'll actually kind of put up creature control. You got Nature's Call, the Fog Bank, those are kind of helping. Persistence Hunting for sure. Pull the Weak, Banish, First Blood, Pound, Tremor, and Save the Pack. I'm not sure if we're actually going to play that because we're hoping that it's our Brobnar creatures that are damaged. We need those to combo with the Iron Obelisk. So barring a very specific situation, there's a good odds we're not really going to play that Save the Pack. But yeah, as far as just immediately being able to do some damage or take care of your opponent's board, you know, having some responses very quickly, this deck does have that. The Mighty Tiger is doing 4, Shaman for 2, Brammo for 2, Nature's Call to bounce them, return them to their hand, chain them for a few turns with their own creatures. Especially great if you can target 3 different creatures from 3 different houses, then you know for sure they're going to have to hold on to some cards. Persistence Hunting, yeah, Call the Weak, Banish, so you have some immediate responses to, say if your opponent has a Dusk Witch in their deck, and they maybe mulligan to that, great odds you're going to be able to take care of it immediately, so that's pretty nice. How many creatures are in this deck? Let's count that up. I think that's how we're going to have to win the game. We're going to have to try and rush a little bit with our Amber, keep the creatures on the board, get to reaping with those suckers. Exhume will count as a creature. Every so often, I forget to count it as a creature in some of the decks I've opened, but if you ever see me miss that, definitely count it as a creature. So we have 5, 10, 15, 17 creatures. It's kind of average, but at the same time, there's a Pit Lord in there. And that's a little bit of an issue because I don't know if we can actually count that as a creature. Looking at this as a whole, I said we know we can't kill it, but I guess if you save up for a big Dis turn, we have what? There was like 6 creatures? Yeah, 6 creatures in Dis there. Kind of 7 with the Exhume, so you can at least then replay one of them. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. I almost kind of wish this was the imp that made us sacrifice the creature after we reaped with it, right? That way we had the option to essentially protect it for whatever, do the Pit Lord, just get it off the board. Maybe at that point, maybe you exhume it just to get it back out again, get a bunch of amber from these creatures. I don't know. It also would have been nice to be able to reap with these Dust Imps, get the amber from that, and get into it immediately from destroying them. Yeah, so this deck has great amber, it has decent amount of creatures, good board control against the smaller decks, it's got the artifact removal we're looking for, it's got a key cheat just in case, which might be possible in Untamed. Telega can burst you up there on your opponent's turn, same with the Mongrel, has that potential, and then Nature's Call with like Flaxia can definitely get you like 5 amber just between those 2 cards. So that's not too bad, a little bit of burst potential there, and you can even shuffle them back if you lost your Flaxia early on. Alright, so overall rating for this deck, unfortunately without really good amber control, more like it's kind of unreliable amber control because we don't know if we can play the Grunt Buggy. The Iron Obelisk is good, but it's only 1 card of the deck. That's the issue with it. So I'm going to have to give it a below average rating because of that alone. If it would have been a little bit higher in the creature and amber count, I think it could have helped us get past that negative, but it's really hard for this deck to overcome no amber control in it. Heck, it's really hard for any deck to overcome no amber control. So, man, I feel like I'm going to have to give this a low C. Yeah, I'm going to feel comfortable with like a C-. It could even be a hair lower to D+. The real problem being that we have these situational cards that we don't know if we can play them. It's really going to be based upon the matchup. Alright guys, well, thank you very much for watching my videos, and I'll see you next time.